Hey, what is up, mortals? It is TheLuckyDerp here with a new video for you. We'll dive into the angels from the Neon Genesis Evangelion anime. I just wanted to greet you guys by saying, just sit back and relax. You're in for a treat. In Neon Genesis Evangelion, angels are the main antagonists that descend upon Tokyo to attack and destroy it. These creatures are shrouded in mystery, so we'll be taking a closer look and explaining as much as we can about them. The first and second angels were created by the first ancestral race, ancient extraterrestrial progenitors of life. Not much is known about these beings, except that they were likely highly intelligent beings with hyper-advanced technological capabilities. They lived somewhere in the Milky Way galaxy billions of years ago, and at some point their planet faced destruction. To ensure their species would not go extinct, they created the Seeds of Life, extraterrestrial entities to land on specific planets in the galaxy and spread life. Each seed of life contained the soul of a member of the first ancestral race and was placed onto a carrier vessel called a moon. Included with them was a Spear of Longinus, an artifact with enough power to immobilize even creatures with godlike power. This was used to render a seed inactive. There are two known first and second angels that came from the Seed of Life, both of whom landed on Earth. The first was Adam, who was sent to Earth in the White Moon. Years before the first sign of life made its appearance on the planet, before Adam could spread his life to Earth with his angel children, the second Seed of Life, Lilith, accidentally also crash-landed, arriving in the Black Moon and causing the first impact. After landing on Earth, Lilith's Spear of Longus was destroyed, leaving Adam's as the only functional one. Since only one Seed of Life was meant to land on one planet at a time, Adam's Spear of Longness rendered him inactive. This allowed Lilith to spread primordial ooze, which created a life that included Lilin, better known as humans. Since Lilith is the origin of humans, and by proxy, Ava's, we will be going over her in a separate script. We'll be focusing on Adam and his angels for this video. On September 13, 2000, a group of scientists found and experimented on Adam, causing the second impact, which was a cataclysmic event that almost caused the complete extinction of humanity. With Adam now active, a group of angels, Adam's children, began descending upon the Earth with the intent to wipe out Lilith's children, the humans, and take over. This would be the event leading up to the third impact and the complete destruction of humanity. Although the angels seem to be different, they are similar to humans, with each retaining an individual soul. The biggest difference is that they reject their human bodies and appear as whatever they imagine themselves to look like. Almost everything about them, including the creation, is unknown. They appear, and that's about all we know. Their intentions also tend to vary by each individual. Some want to return to Adam, some want to reach Lilith and reset all of life, and some were wandering with no goal in mind. Now that we've explained the backstory of angels, let's look at them individually. Sakil was the first of Adam's children to make an appearance. First seen swimming through a flooded ruined city, its goal was to arrive and destroy Tokyo 3. Sakil was also the first angel to fight and be defeated by Shinji Ikari and Ava Unit 1. Sakil appears in an extremely tall skeletal humanoid that is a bit taller than Ava's, who are over 75 meters tall. Its skin is very dark blue and has disproportionate limbs. Its arms end reach more than halfway down its legs and has long, sharp fingers. It has bone-like armor covering its shoulders, hips, and ribs, with a bird-like skull for a face. Under its bird skull is a second, more human-like skull. Inside the ribs are its glowing red core, the power of its life source. This angel's main source of combat comes from the two lance-like bones in its forearm. Sakil can energize them to make their destructive capabilities much higher than normal. After being blown up by a mine, its bird skull falls off, and its second skull can shoot long-range energy blasts. It is also able to use its AT field to enhance its jumps, reaching greater heights than normal. Its final ability is changing shape by altering muscle mass and can curl up into a ball around an enemy, self-destructing as a last resort. Shamshiel was the next to attack Tokyo 3, appearing 2 weeks after Sakil's defeat. Shamshiel gave Shinji and Ava Unit 1 more trouble than the previous angel, being more aggressive, only falling when Ava ran out of power. Shamshiel appears as an Ava-sized cephalopod with two forms, a horizontally oriented form for flight and a vertical oriented form for combat. When in combat mode, its weapon for offense are two long glowing pink energy tentacles that are capable of lifting and throwing an Ava unit. It can also use its tentacles to pierce through an Ava's armor. Its head also has two false eyes that are yellow with black pupils. It has 8 insect-esque legs below its head, and its core is on the underside of the head as well. Ramil was one of the largest and second most powerful angels that managed to break into the geofront by drilling into the armor. Ramil proved to be very strong, fortified to withstand attacks, and almost killing Shinji by shooting a particle beam at Ava 1's chest. It could sense when an Ava was nearby, making it hard to approach it to attack. It was only taken down after an experimental positron rifle was used, resisting the first shot and dying from the second shot. Ramil has a very unconventional form for an angel. Instead of appearing as a living creature, it appears as an enormous floating crystalline octodron. Its main form of attack is an energy beam that is powerful enough to melt through an Ava's armor in seconds. It has an inner torus reactor that is used to power up its energy beams. Before it can detect any nearby presences, it has long-range firing weapons. It is too dangerous to engage the direct combat with it. Ramil has one of the strongest AT fields out of all of the angels, being able to be seen by the naked eye and needing 180 million kilowatts to be penetrated. Because of its impressive offense and defense abilities, Ramil could be thought of as a flying fortress. In addition to everything else, it has a powerful giant drill. Although it appears as a machine, it is organic and blood is seen when its armor is being shot by Unit 1. Galil is the next angel to appear, attacking the UN Pacific Fleet who was delivering Ava Unit 2 and the embryo of Adam in secret to Nerve. Since they didn't want anyone to know about Adam, it was officially announced that Galil was after Unit 2. This angel was the first to be fought jointly by Asuka and Shinji, only being taken down when they force a few battleships down its throat and having them self-destruct, blowing it up internally in the process. Galil is a huge shark-like angel, dwarfing the Ava unit at 270 meters long. It has tan-colored skin with large jaws, filled with many sharp, serrated teeth. There are muscles and veins visible on its face, and its core is hidden inside the mouth. It does not generate a visible AT field, but it is strong and durable enough to destroy UN Pacific Fleet ships with its body. Israfil was next to appear out of the ocean. Shinji and Asuka were instructed to sync up to fight it, similarly to Galil, but Asuka defied orders and attacked it on her own. After she sliced it in half, it turned into two twin angels and defeated Asuka and Shinji. After their defeat, the UN Secondary Command attacked with an N2 bomb, vaporizing 28% of the angel's mass. Israfil was taken out, but recovered from its injuries within 6 days. It was finally taken out for good by a synchronized attack performed by Shinji and Asuka, using dance moves to force it to split into two, then back to normal. When the two cores were exposed, they were defeated, defeating the angel. Israfil has a humanoid appearance. Similar to Sakil, it has sharp claws and has two cores on either side of its torso, with 4 rib-like bones. It has a weak AT field, and its special ability is splitting into twins. The twins bear similar appearances to each other, but with 1 core each and no ribs. They use synchronized attacks to fight together and must be defeated together or they will heal each other. Sendelphon was an angel that was first found in its embryonic state inside of an active volcano. Asuka was given a modified heat-proofed plug suit and went into the lava with Unit 2 to retrieve the angel. While being retrieved, Sendelphon became active and fought Asuka. She defeated it by using the progressive knife that Shinji gave to her, after forcing coolant into the angel. Sendelphon is unique to other angels due to becoming a baby when first discovered. It is unknown if it had core or AT field, or whether it was attacking out of confusion or aggression. When it prepared to hatch, it let out a sound similar to a crying baby. It then changes form into a fish-like Cambrian Amalecaris, with a flattened head and its fins. It was also able to stand being in extreme heat from the volcano with no issues, even when its mouth was open. Ariel was the next angel to attack, taking advantage of a sabotage power outage to Tokyo 3's electricity. Since there was no electricity, Nerve couldn't detect Ariel's presence or receive any intel on it. While being undisturbed, the angel positioned itself on top of the geofront and secreted corrosive acid from its eyes to breach the armor. When Nerve learned of the angel, they sent the Avas with extra battery packs. When they climbed up to the access shafts, the acid splashed on its units, forcing them to drop their weapons and fall back down the shafts. Asuka decided to take charge and came up with a plan to defeat the angel. Unit 2 would distract it and neutralize its AT field, while Unit 0 would retrieve the pallet rifle, then pass it on to Unit 1, who would shoot Ariel once Unit 2 was out of the way. The plan was executed and worked, defeating it. Ariel appears as a giant mollusk-like creature with 4 legs and a smaller body. It has false eyes all over its shell to confuse its enemies, although the central eye appears to be the true one. The central eye also secretes the corrosive acid that can burn through almost anything. Similar to Ramil and Sendelphon, its core is not visible. Sahakeel was an angel that first appeared in low Earth orbit. It had a unique ability to jam communications, preventing Nerve from contacting Commander Ikari or Sub-Commander Fuyutsuki, based in Antarctica. When Nerve tried to analyze the angel, it crushed the satellites with its AT field. Attempts to destroy it using N2 bombs failed as well. It proceeded to attack by dropping pieces of itself on the Earth, first hitting the Pacific Ocean, then improving its aim and focusing on landing its body on Tokyo 3. Because of its ability to use its body to explode on impact, This would have resulted in destroying the city and forcing it into crumble in the ocean. It took all 3 Avas to intercept and stop the Angels' attacks. Unit 1 caught Sahakeel, then all 3 held it off on the ground. Unit 0 negated its AT field, followed by Unit 2 stabbing its core with a progressive knife, destroying it completely. This Angel has a very obscure shape, with an orange elongated body that has a large eye in the middle and 2 false eyes on either side of it. The large eye has 6 eyelashes on top and bottom. On either side of the false eyes are 3 stem-like growths and purple dots on them. Erule was the next angel to appear. Initially being mistaken for corrosion in the Pribnow box, deep in the geofront, it made its way to the pilot performing testing where it was shot at with lasers, then materialized its AT field to block the shots. After learning it was weak to the ozone, Ritsuko and Misato pumped it full of it. Erule quickly adapted to the ozone and became immune to it, and even absorbed it in changing form to appear as electronic circuitry. Using this new form, it hacked into the Magi computer system and used its AT field to protect it from being cut off. While connected, it read several critical files and attempted to self-destruct. Ritsuko managed to slow it down enough to use the last Magi to set the angel to evolve into its self-annihilation. After Erule evolves to hack the computer system, it appears as a demonic creature. It has the body of a man, deep purple skin, and red specks, somewhat like a galaxy, but its head and waist are made up of tied circuits. It uses these to connect to computers. Galil appeared above Tokyo 3, causing Shinji to attack what he thought was the main body. The floating sphere was a false body, belonging to the shadow underneath that quickly sucked him in, blocking all communications to Nerve. Asuka managed to avoid being sucked in by jumping on a building, and Rei attempted to shoot at it but only damaged several nearby buildings. Once Utsuko figured out the true nature of the angel, she proposed a plan to have Unit 0 and Unit 2 neutralize its AT field and use the 992 remaining N2 bombs to blow up its body. This plan wouldn't have guaranteed Shinji's survival. Before the plan was executed, Unit 1 went into Berserker mode and destroyed the angel's body from the inside, breaking out in a shower of blood and killing it completely. Galil is another unique angel, existing in a pocket dimension as a shadow. The white sphere with black stripes is a false body, and the true body is a shadow underneath. In actuality, the sphere is the shadow. While Shinji was inside the angel, it attempted to contact his mind out of curiosity about humans. Bertel was an angel that managed to take over Unit 3 while Toji was piloting it from the inside. Unit 0, Unit 1, and Unit 2 were all deployed to defeat it, but hesitated due to Toji being inside. When Rei was reluctant to attack, Bertel used this to its advantage and pinned Unit 0 to the ground. It attempted to infect Unit 0, but Nerve cut off her left arm and Bertel moved on. When it faced Shinji, he refused to fight it. Gendo Ikari ordered pilot control to be cut and Unit 1 to run on auto. Unit 1 went into Berserker mode and destroyed the infected Unit 3, crushing its skull and ripping part of its body. This ended up killing Bertel. Toji survived in the anime, whereas in the manga he was killed as well. Bertel's initial form is unknown, as it was hiding in a thundercloud, but it is assumed to be fungus-like. It spreads like a fungus and grows an infected Eva unit, succeeding in taking over Unit 3. It can also mutate to Eva units, shown when Unit 3 leaks ooze and extends its arm to almost twice as long as an Eva is tall. Erule was the most powerful and dangerous angel in the entire series, focusing mainly on direct combat. It breached Nerve headquarters before they had time to recover from Bertel's attack. Unit 2 was sent to engage it, but had her arm and head cut off, taking her out of battle. Unit 0, still missing an arm, attempted to fight the angel but lost, losing its other arm in the process. Unit 1 faced Surreal, taking it down and absorbing the S2 engine. Surreal appears as a bulky humanoid with a prominent core in its chest. It has arms that are folded up when it's not used and become longer than its own body when used. Its face can change consistently, becoming hard or rubber-like, and its eyes are hidden in the sockets. Due to its unique body shape, it can work on all 4 or 2 legs, along with levitating using its AT field. It has many offensive abilities. Its arm can be used to deliver deadly cuts, its eyes can be used for energy and vision projections, and finally, it also has the enhanced cross-shaped energy blast, able to take out 18 of Geofront's 22 protected armored layers. Ariel is another one of the most powerful angels, able to penetrate the mind of a living being and attack their psyche. It was detected by Nerve moving into orbit above Japan. Asuka and Unit 2 were sent to fight it head-on, while Rei and Unit 0 were sent as backup. A storm was raging over Tokyo 3, as Unit 2 seemed to be a stalemate with the angel. Ariel used a psychic attack to probe Asuka's mind, causing Misato to order her to withdraw. Asuka refused to withdraw, wanting to finish the fight. Rei attempted to use a rifle to defend Asuka, but the shots were deflected. Using its psychic attack, Ariel forced Asuka to relive her most traumatic childhood memories, and her reaction was watched live by Nerve. Shinji pleaded with his father to save Asuka, but Rei was eventually ordered to retrieve the Lance of Longinus from Lilith in the anime. Asuka suffered no repercussions from the attack, while in the manga she went into a coma. The angel was destroyed by Rei using the Lance of Longinus from above the clouds with incredible force. Ariel appeared as a traditional angel, a multi-winged creature made of intense light. Its core is difficult to see due to its glow, but is held by two small wings in front of its body. It appears to be longer than an Eva is tall. Based on its size relative to the Spear of Longinus, its AT field is unique, due to it being able to analyze the human mind. It is unknown what it wanted to gain by reading Asuka's mind, but it might also be curious about humans. Armasil is the final angel to appear, the last offspring of Adam. It appeared dormant above the outskirts of Tokyo 3. Unit 0 was sent to investigate, and once getting close enough, Armasil transformed and attacked Unit 0, merging with it. Unit 0 tried to attack and escape, but was unsuccessful. Armasil telepathically linked with Rei and had a conversation with her, remarking on their similar feelings of loneliness. Unit 2 was planned to be sent to retrieve Rei, but Asuka's synchronization levels were too low. Shinji and Unit 1 were sent out and just barely managed to avoid being merged with the angel. Unit 1 stabbed the angel's hand with a knife, causing extreme pain. Rei set her AT field to the maximum to lure Armasil to herself and contain it, temporarily. Using her self-destruct, Unit 0 exploded, taking Armasil with it, but also a large portion of Tokyo 3. Armasil's initial form is of a large glowing white halo, but it's seen transforming multiple times. According to Ritsuko, this angel does not have a fixed form. It is extremely large, even larger than an Eva is tall. Its second form can move very quickly, and although it doesn't seem to be biological, it bleeds when it's stabbed by the progressive knife. It can fuse with a biological being, such as Rei, and mentally connects to them. There is an additional angel, Tabaris, but his story is another video all of itself. Let us know if you want to see a video on him. Thank you all for indulging yourselves in all this information thus far. I hope you enjoy it. Now there are a few more things I'd like to go over before the video ends. Firstly, if you're in the mood for some great storytelling, We the Celestials has got you covered. Our We the Celestials, My Hero Academia, and Naruto What If channels retell the story of their namesake anime with a twist. Check it out if you're interested. Secondly, on behalf of We the Celestials, I'd like to thank everyone involved in the production of today's awesome content. Their details can be found in the description below. Lastly, if you're interested in what we do here at We the Celestials, then I'd like to extend to you an invitation to join the team. The only caveat being that we only accept members from 16 years and up to join our crew. You can sign up for whichever category fulfills your interest by joining the recruitment Discord using the links in the description below. We're always looking for members to join us. Well, that's it from us for today's video, so thank you all for watching and have a great day.